last weekend, I attended a wedding, and at the reception, there was an open bar, so obviously there was some drinking going on. As I was sitting there, I started to think about Prohibition time and what it would be like if it was here today still. In today's society, drinking is considered acceptable. Today I'm going to talk about what Prohibition is, how it affected society, and what the outcome of it was. First, let's start with what Prohibition actually is. By definition, Prohibition is the act of forbidding something or an action. According to History.com, in January of 1920, the government passed the Volstead Act. This was an act that closed every bar or tavern in the country. This was a very big deal, especially in the cities of New York and Chicago, where most bars stayed open secretly. In the 1920s, there was 32,000 bars opened in New York City alone, and that was more than double the amount of bars open before Prohibition. People said that Prohibition would turn back the clock to a more comfortable time. Besides closing bars, Prohibition also made selling of alcohol illegal too. Now that I talked about what Prohibition is, let's move on to how it affected society. Prohibition made the selling of alcohol more exciting and also added a criminal and dangerous side to it. The bootlegging business at this time was in full swing. Now, bootlegging is the act of making and selling alcohol illegally. Gangsters such as Al Capone made an incredible amount of money at this time. As Peter Jennings and Todd Brewster would say, Prohibition was a fast way to a lawless society. Now, besides illegally selling alcohol, the teenager population began to drink quite a lot, and the average citizen alone carried a flask with them at all times. People involved in the bootlegging business couldn't just make their deals out in the open, otherwise they would get caught. They had to make their deals in private. Oftentimes, people would make these deals in secret clubs called speakeasies. Speakeasies were hidden in plain sight. In the building, in front, it would look vague and like it was empty, but really the entrance was from the side or in the back. The speakeasies were for more of the higher class people. These are also the people who were involved in the bootlegging business. There was 3 reasons that people went to the speakeasies. 1, to get involved in the bootlegging business. 2, just to eat, or to watch the entertainment. The book Our Times states that Texas Queen Anne was known as the Speakeasies Queen. She was the premier nightclub hostess in New York City. She witnessed many bootlegging businesses being planned at these speakeasies, and many of the people involved were celebrities. At the time, society was very upset, but we all know that Prohibition didn't last forever. In the 1930s, the excitement of alcohol slowly died down, and gambling was the new big thing. In the year 1933, Prohibition officially ended with the repeal of the 18th Amendment. Most things that were illegal were shut down by the authorities during Prohibition. But there were certain clubs such as John Barleycorn's and the Green Mill Cocktail Lounge that were bars that are open to this very day. Today I talked about what Prohibition was, how it affected society, and what the outcome was. I hope you learned much more about our nation's history today, and you can ask yourself the question, was Prohibition a good thing or was it a bad thing? Thank you.